Morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Nine o'clock right at the moment. 9 a.m. Thursday morning. I'm in my third spot of the day, and I just now found them. I just had a walleye and a smallmouth in back-to-back casts on the same I-1 blade bait. It's copper with the chartreuse prism tape and a couple Sharpie bars on it. And I'm in the same spot I am now, finally, that I was 2 days ago when I got them pretty good. And I looked at two other spots because the wind's completely different than it was the day I got them here. So I looked in two other spots first, and I only had one little small perch to show for it. And I've been throwing the kitchen sink all morning. So I slid out too. Everything this morning I've been inside of 15 feet. And just now I slid out to 16 to 17. And that seems to be my magic number right at the moment for the last couple days that I've got them. And so I left the dock this morning a little bit later. I left at 6:30. I might have some weeds down here. I left at 6:30. Had to shovel the boat out. Had about 2 inches of fresh snow in the boat. Shoveled the boat. Got out here, and first thing this morning, it was beautiful. It was out of the west-northwest. It was light, 10 miles an hour or less, 5 to 10. The snow was coming down. You couldn't see the islands. It was beautiful. It looked like I was in a snow globe. You know, there wasn't much light. It was real gray. God, it was just a beautiful morning. Beautiful. Now the sun has broke through. We got some blue sky. And to see the shoreline and all the houses covered in white, again, is just spectacular. Since the sun has come out and it's cleared up, the wind has picked up dramatically. It's probably blowing closer to 15 now, but it's went back just a touch down to the west. There might be just ever so slightly a little bit of south in it, but it's pretty much 100%. Oh, I got him. Oh, that's going to be a bass because he wants to come up and jump. Oh, that was a hole-in-one. I hadn't even moved it. You guys saw that was a Tony Boofa hole-in-one. Boof calls it a hole-in-one when you cast, it hits the bottom, and before you make your first jig with it, it's got a fish on, and that's what this was right here. I'm trying to keep him from jumping so we can get him in the boat. Oh man, do they tug. Man, oh man, do they tug. That's my Douglas X Matrix 683 XF. Look at that. I mean, if that's not a full bend, I don't know what is. I love these rods. There's nothing that you can't handle with these big Douglas rods. The X Matrix series is amazing. Look at the size of this tank. Let's get him in the net. Oh, look at the size of this tank. Wait till I show you this. Oh yeah. Look at that super chunk right there. Look at the size of the tail on them. Think they don't pull hard and they aren't strong. So here's what I love. Whoa. So see this right here? When they start getting that double chin underneath them, they've been putting on the feed bag. What an amazing fish. Absolute amazing fish. Dun, 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 dun. That's the last thing a swim bait sees before it's gone. Yes! If that doesn't make you happy on a Thursday morning, nothing will. I'm going to mark that spot. I'm going to make another cast while we're talking here. I'm going to show you what I caught that fish on. We're going to do cool stuff. You know, yes, it's gnarly out here. No question. And yes, I've had a couple people tell me I'm a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay, sure. But when you come out here like this and there's nobody around and you got the whole lake to yourself, at least where I am, and you're catching fish, especially that quality. I mean, that fish was 3.5 pounds, probably wasn't even 17 inches long. That's what I caught him on. I1 blade baits, bad boy blades. Bass love them, everything loves them. It catches them all. I've said that for years now, since I started fishing Mike's products, long before I knew Mike. You know, if you go back and look at my old videos from last year and the year before that, I1 blade baits, they catch them all. So that was a copper body with that chartreuse prism tape. Sun's out, getting a little bit of flash. But that was awesome. That was a hole-in-one, baby. Hole-in-one. I love it. So, water temp, surface temp has dropped again. This morning it was 43.1. It now says 44.9. I'm in a little bit deeper water here than I was this morning, so that's, I'm assuming, why it's a little bit warmer. So, yeah, winter's coming, but it's not coming today. Snow or no snow. Although I'm excited because this cold weather is going to hold all the way through the weekend. Should be a great opening weekend for Southern Tier. I still don't quite know where I'm going yet. Danny and I are going somewhere. We're probably gonna just do it a Saturday morning and take off and go somewhere. You know, it's funny, when it's fishing, I don't have a problem going someplace I've never been before and just trying my luck. Hunting's a little different, and I don't necessarily go blindly by myself someplace I've never been before. But your best chance of the season is going to be opening morning, and Danny's never seen a buck before. Well, he saw one when he was with me when we were bow hunting before he got his license, but he's never had a chance. He's never had a shot at a deer. So, I just missed one right there. So I'd really like to take him somewhere that he's got a chance, So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Whatever we do, I think we're going to hunt Saturday morning. Definitely Saturday morning. I don't know about Sunday morning yet, because I can tell you already, it makes me antsy thinking that I won't be out here fishing, because deer hunting's cool. It is. I spent a lot of my life doing it. But catching a smallmouth like that I just did for you guys, to me is better. And people will argue that till you're blue in the face. And I guess, theoretically, it's an irrelevant argument, because what's good for one is not as good for the other. And I think that's where we're at. And everybody, the beauty of this is, everybody can love whatever they want. I don't care. Don't matter to me none. I'm just telling you that I love that. I love that. Oh, I love that. Man, those things fight. Fight. When that rod's doubled right over and you don't know. You don't know. Now, there's not the giant smallmouth in this lake that we know of. Like other places in New York, the St. Lawrence, Eastern Lake Ontario, the Finger Lakes. But every time you set the hook, I've caught them over 5, and I guarantee you they're over 6 in this lake. And I'm sure somebody could tell me that they have a solid picture of a 7 in this lake, and I wouldn't doubt it for 1 minute. So that adds to that they all travel together. It's not like the big ones live off in the middle of nowhere and they don't ever do anything with the rest of them. You get into that group of smallmouth and you're gonna catch what's ever in the group, you know, and that group can be any number of different sizes. So so that's my day. It's Thursday, the weekend's in sight. Like I say, big weekend. I know a lot of guys will be leaving work early tomorrow or taking work off tomorrow and heading to camp and getting ready and you know, so that's all awesome. I love it. Have a great, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and I'll say the same thing then. But if you're not going to see me tomorrow morning, have a great weekend. Everybody be safe. Make sure your target, make sure your backdrop, and man, put the smack down on some big bucks. So, all right, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for your love and well wishes. And as always, keep your tip up.